Well, really happy to have you here. Every week we host this type of events with Marcos.
Mhm.
The idea of this type of workshops is that we share our knowledge of the workflow that we have been building as well to build in public with you. So every time you have a question during these sessions, just drop it in the chat. We're happy to address them. Probably, if you're using Clay, you might find other ways to solve the same problem that we're gonna solve today. So if you have any ideas of how would you do it in another way, that's also really interesting, not only for us, but also for the whole community. So share what you're doing. It's important. We are really opening to building this community and helping everybody to jumpstart their Clay instance and being able to start using Clay for their own company. So, how are you doing, Marcos?
Doing well. Excited about this topic, Reddit, social listening. I'm a big Reddit. I wouldn't say user, but researcher. I'm always looking for, answers on Reddit. I think that ChatGPT is the artificial intelligence, but whenever I wanna have some human feedback, I always dive into Reddit for any topic. So it's definitely an interesting social platform where you get lots of insights.
That's true. That's true. So, what Reddit has as a superpower, say, is that you can find communities in there. You can find people that are looking for solutions. So, every type of ICP that is have this type of technical skill, digital natives that want to start connecting with other similar profiles, like the RevOps community, the GTM community, the developers communities. They will be all found in Reddit as well, sports, music, and many other categories down there. So it's amazing how powerful it is, and not so many companies are aware of how to use it. So today we're gonna share with you really step-by-step easy workflow that you can set up to start monitoring Reddit and to find those leads for your company. So for the ones that don't know who we are, with Marcos, we are the founders of Automate RevOps. We help companies and teams to be able to start using, to modernize their tech stack for GTM and RevOps, mostly using Clay. We are one of the few Clay expert or certificates partners that are focused on training and development. So we help you to understand how Clay would be useful for your case and help you also deploy the system for yourself. So you can start by having a partner that already have experience in Clay. So if you're interested in any of our services like coaching, enablement, just let us know. We're happy to help you. So today's topic is how you can use Reddit for social listening to get new clients. We have been using Reddit for a while, and we have been noticing that it's really useful for some cases in particular, like I was telling earlier, for the type of ICP that is building on public, that needs a community to grow, like developers, like a RevOps community, marketing community. It's really useful because you can monitor those threads and find leads that are asking questions in public, the public about really new accomplishment or job searches, or even you'll find there people that are looking for co-founders. So if you're looking for start a new startup, in Reddit you might be able to find a partner there. So today I'm gonna show you how you can use Clay to monitor those threads. So our promise for you is that you will be able to leave the workshop by knowing how to monitor Reddit using Clay. I'm gonna share with you as well a template that we built today So you can copy it and paste it and then customize it to your need and then deploy it for your company. Of course, this template will be developed today as a general um, type of template. Like we're gonna simulate an example here, but then if you want to use it for your own company, you need to customize it. So, quick question for you guys. How many of you haven't used Reddit for monitoring the market before? I mean, you're just curious, you haven't done that before, you're really interested into learning how you can use Reddit for that. Drop your answers on the chat. We'll be reading that. Andy says never. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's pretty new, innovative workflow. So it's nothing
Mm.
that, I mean, it's pretty new. So it makes sense that most of you haven't tried.
I have done it, says Alexander. Okay, if you can share your experience, Alexander, that would be great. Henry said, I have monitored but afraid of getting banned. All right. With Clay, you won't be getting banned. Then if you want to start creating a sequence to outreach those leads, you need to take care of certain things. But yeah, it's important to maintain your account safe. Would like to know, but don't know geography of users or actual names. Yeah, that's really challenging. Getting more information about their users, it's really challenging because Reddit has kind of these security policies that they don't want you to know who is behind the keyword. So we can overcome that by doing certain enrichments. I'm going to share you today. Um, and there might be other solutions as well. So if you have find any other solution that we're gonna, apart from the ones that are gonna share it with you today, happy to know. Okay, I'm just posting in subreddits to promote my services. That's awesome. I mean, posting Reddits can be really, really useful. If you find the particular subreddit that's where your ICP is, probably it will be useful. Free here, never, haven't used it, curious. Start with F5 bot. Okay. Okay, so we have like 50, more than 50% that haven't used it before, like 20% that is starting to research about it, and then we have a few that have started using Reddit. So that's awesome. Let's start building this workflow. So for now, for the for the one that doesn't know why Clay is useful for this case, just a quick heads up. Clay will help you to start automating tasks that if you can do it manually online, probably you can do it on Clay. So in that case, you will be decreasing the time that you spend on, in this case, looking for posts, looking for Reddit threads, looking for comments on the post, being able to extract information of the post to qualify if the post is actually interesting for you, finding contact data as well, and then creating follow-up messages, send those leads to an alert or to a campaign if you have the email or the LinkedIn URL. So it is really useful because once you set up the workflow, you don't have to start, I mean, you don't have to keep making this research every day. So you will save time, money, and you will get better results because it will be more consistent over time. So that's why we're using Clay for this purpose. What we always said is that if you are able to automate 80% of the work that doesn't generate revenue, like research for posts, qualifying the post, finding the contact data, then your team can focus on the 20% of the tasks that actually generate revenue, like interacting with the leads, being able to create content that is personal to them, being able to assess the process, being able to warm call the leads, and so on. So, as an easy way to put it, if you are able to decrease the data intensive work, you will be able to increase the high value interactions and you will be able to 4x your leads or more. So that's kind of the output here. And Clay is really relevant for that because Clay is your revenue operation orchestrator. I'm going to show you today how you can set it up an automation in Clay. In this case, for Reddit, but Clay has also the capability to be integrated into LinkedIn for cold email purposes um, to create personalized emails, to be connected with LLM models. And they have four call actions that is sourcing. So you can connect your CRM, you can connect Reddit, you can connect LinkedIn, you can connect many other databases into Clay to be able to enrich the data. That means that you can get more data into Clay, then use LLMs or formulas to process the data and give it the format that you need to send it to a campaign or back to your CRM or to a report for your team or whatever purpose that you need that information for. So knowing that, let's go into the particular task that we have today. So the challenge for today is creating a list of qualified leads based on GTM keywords mentioned in Reddit. So we're gonna find subreddits to monitor posts mentioning a brand or mentioning certain keywords. We're gonna qualify those posts based on the description of the post, but also you can use the comments over those posts to qualify them. We're gonna find leads, uh, qualify those leads, and then create a personalized message and send it to your team or to a campaign to start sequence those messages. So it's really important to notice that in some cases, in Reddit, you'll find hundreds of posts that are related to certain topics. But for other topics, the amount of posts that you're gonna find are way lower. So depending on the topic that you will be monitoring, the scope of the outreach can differ. So let's say if you find really few posts, probably it would be better for you to invest more time into having a person being able to outreach that person by many ways as possible. But if the volume is really high, you can automate that task for you. So let's start with the first action, that is finding subreddits and posts to monitor. So going into Clay here, um, when you create a new, I have it in here. When you create a new workbook, you need to create a new and then workbook. I already have a workbook here that we're gonna use it. So when you create a new workbook, you're gonna see something like this. You won't see anything, just an empty sheet. And in the left bar, you're gonna see all the options to source leads, to source posts, in this case, to source many things. So first thing to notice is that if you go to all sources and you type Reddit, you'll find this option that says find mentions on Reddit, that if you click on it, you need to select your Reddit account. I mean, you need to connect your Reddit account here, click on continue, and you can select up to 8 keywords. You can select the logical between the keywords. I mean, if they are an or, I mean, if you are adding more words into the search, or you are conditioning the search to find all the keywords at once. But what will be really challenging to start with is defining the actual subreddits that you can use to find this post. If you haven't used Reddit before and you would like to start using it to monitor brand mentions or keywords, the way that I'm gonna put it to simplify it for you is that Reddit has many kind of social networks inside. So every social network has a different Slack, and it's called subreddits. So let's say I want to go to this subreddit that is particular for sales. You're gonna notice that in this case, this is one subreddit, and you're gonna see all the posts that are related to sales in this case that were posted by the audience here. So you won't be able to monitor kind of the whole a Reddit platform, but you will be able to monitor subreddits. So you need to define which ones you want to monitor here. So the first thing that I will suggest you to do is you can go to any LLM model, let's say Claude, and you can ask Claude something like, create me a list of Reddit subreddits URL that might have users talking about GTM and revops. The output format should be R and then subreddit name. Subreddit. Yeah, that's it. So you can start by creating the list as fast as doing with AI, and then you can filter them down. In this case, Clay can handle up to 8 subreddits per search. If you want to scrape more than 8, you will need to create another search. So you can stack different searches inside the same table to solve that issue. But in the beginning, let's say I want to monitor sales, marketing, entrepreneur, startups, B2B sales, SaaS, Salesforce. You'll find many of them. And you can do it a manual check process to actually understand how many posts you'll find in each of those. Or you can also use Clay in this case to add them all and then test them. I mean, scrape how many posts you get and then select the ones that are going to be more useful for you. And you can turn on the table and schedule these find mentions to run. So every time there is a new mention, you will be sending that mention into that table. And this is really important because you will be able to craft a list and a system that will be automated, populated on new posts. So let's grab this first 8. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take those 8. Okay, now you have to take one on one. If you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. We're gonna cover it. But this is how you can do it as well. Oh, sorry, it's without the. Let's try it. Maybe it works anyway. Okay, so let's look for words like GTM, revops, um, Clay, maybe. And then conditional is or. And you can select the period of time. Let's look for a month. So we know how many posts you got from a month in these 4 subreddits. And the maximum number of results that you can get is 250 here per search. So this is a really specific way to monitor Reddit. So if you want to add more than 250, you need to add another search. So I would suggest you to be really concise in the keywords that you want to use. So after you click on submit, you're gonna create a new table for you. Okay, it didn't work with the bar. Let's just change it. If you go to edit, it's our sales, it's our it was marketing entrepreneur, marketing or entrepreneur. Let's look for startups and B2B sales. B2B sales. All right. Okay, now you're gonna be that the table will be populated with the posts that it found in the last month with these keywords and in the precise subreddits that we found. So entrepreneur sales, startup marketing, and you will notice here that if you can order it, it will be easy to understand which one will have more posts. So marketing, for instance, doesn't have too many posts about those topics. startups is an entrepreneur are the ones that get most of them, but also sales is useful. So when you start getting those posts, you can click on any of those cells and you're gonna find the full information that Clay bring it to you. This function runs for free, so you don't have to waste any credits on this process. And you will find here the URL of the subreddit and with the post, so you can check it out as well manually. You will find the author, the keyword that was mentioned, and the text of the post. So we're gonna use that information to qualify the post that is gonna be useful for us. And since in Reddit you'll find many type of posts, I would suggest you to first of all qualify depending if the post is a promotional post, let's say someone promoting their new tool. It's a job post. I mean, someone is looking for a job or someone is looking to hire. You can also have posts that are related to personal things. So let's put them all into the other tag. And the ones that we're going to be interested in are the ones that people are asking for solutions or asking for feedback about what they're currently doing in terms of GTM, revops, um, or marketing and sales. So in that case, in order to create that filtering, there are two ways of doing that. One way would be to use clay formulas. Clay formulas, it's similar to what you can build in, let's say, spreadsheets. So the way that Clay is easier than spreadsheets is that you can use AI to create the formula for you. So you just need to describe what you want to do. But the limit is that it won't analyze the full context. It will be fixed to the whole table. And the benefit is that it's gonna run for free. So um, in this case, let's say you want to find really particular keywords. If they're not spotted by the filtering that what we did in the search for post, you can create here a prompt to search for particular keywords, or even create like a scoring system based on how many keywords it found. So in that case, it can be really simple as score the post um, based on how many of the following keywords were found in it. Um, this is the post, and you can map the exact here what it was. Yeah, here's the this is sorry the post. These are the keywords to find. So let's say I want to find GTM, web ops, sales, marketing, help, um, and any other type of words that I want to use. So let's put something here. Each keyword found means an extra point. If no keywords were found, then the output should be 0. So if I click here on generate formula, it will create for me the precise formula that is gonna run here. And you're gonna see here as well in the sample outputs that it's gonna tell me for a sample of 5 posts, the score that it give it to it. So then we have 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, and we can check it out and also assess it manually. If we are agree with that type of results, you can just click on output is correct, say formula, and it's going to create for you a column with the output here. So you can use this output. You can order the output based on the score. You can filter the output as well on by clicking on filter on this column, And let's say just one, the ones that are grading that greater than 2. So now I have already some filtering in place, and this is a free feature in Clay. But if you want to have something more powerful, more precise, because in some cases it is difficult to understand the meaning of a post if you don't read it through it all. And for that case in particular, like tagging the post if it is a promotional post, a job search post, if it is any other type of post, or if it is an opportunity for us because it's something someone looking for help. In that case, you need to use another function that's called use AI. So this use AI function, it's gonna send an API call directly into an LLM model that can be Claude, can be OpenAI, can be Anthropic, and also, of course, Clay native LLM integrations. So in order to use that function, you just need to prompt what you need to do here, and it's going to create for you a full prompt that you're going to send, and you're going to retrieve the information back into the table in the format that you need it. Um, Quick thing to notice is that many years ago, this wasn't possible, and starting last year, Clay integrated with LLM and starting bringing the capability to easily integrate LLMs to use it for qualification processes, to create copy, and to many other things that you can do it right now. So, and they make it easier to use month after month. Right now, you just need to prompt what you need to do, and you create like a full prompt generated by a prompt engineer almost. So it will create something really powerful for you, and also will be really cheap to run. So let's check it out how you can do it in this case. You can do something like tag this Reddit post, and you can grab the precise post. Um, have here. Um, if the post is it's a search, a job search, tag it job search. If it is someone needing help in marketing, sales, revops, or GTM, then tag it opportunity. If it is a personal question or any other type um, of post, then tag it other. I'm missing one. Oh yeah. If it is a promotional post, then tag it promotional. Sorry. So then you can also define the output. I want you to return me the tag and also um, the description of no the also why you tag it like that. So then after implementing it, you will be able to also assess why tag it like that, and you can improve the prompt based on the false positives or false negatives. So if you click on generate here, Clay itself will create the full prompt for you with the full instructions. So take in mind that each prompt should have at least a selected uh, use case that in Clay you have three different use cases. One is processing the data that you already have on the table. Another one is the Claygen use case that we're going to use it today as well in other use case. That's actually a web scraper plus AI. So it will command the AI to scrape certain webs to return you information. And the last use case is creating images. So this Clay feature already set it up all. So it had selected for me the precise use case. These are the three ones that I mentioned to you. So the creator modified content will be the cheapest one and will only process the information that you have on the table. Here you can select the model. Each model have different capabilities, but let's just as a quick recap, there are certain models that will be cheaper and will be doing a great task for simple tasks. For instance, GPT Mini or Claude Haiku. For instance, this type of LLM model will be cheaper and faster to do the task. But if you need something really powerful, you can select another LLM model like GPT-5, or you can even select O3 for deep reasoning type of task. As well, you can connect your own API key, or you can use a Clay integration, so you don't have to subscribe to any LLM model. So by doing that, you will be able to have the setup by generating the prompt. I mean, you will be able to have the full setup as well as the prompt. And you can read the full prompt that this AI generate for us. To improve it as well, you're gonna have the possibility here to change the output. So in this case, it's tag and reason, but you can add as many options as you can, or you can change it to JSON scheme as well. You can add examples in here if you want to improve the prompt quality. And in here, in the last part of the table, sorry, on this model, you're gonna see that each enrichment column will have a run settings. That run setting is really important because you can select when this enrichment will run for you. So you can save credits by running only the enrichment depending on the condition that you set. For instance, you don't want to get the emails of leads that are not qualified, or you don't want to find leads of companies that are not qualified, or you don't want to craft an email, a full email using AI if you don't know that you're gonna get the email of that person. So these run conditions are set up in here. And in order to do that, you have two options. One is the auto update function that in Clay, you have in each table, you have like a switch to turn on or turn off the whole table. And in each enrichment column, you have this button to turn on or turn off each enrichment column. So if you add a new row in this table and this enrichment option, the auto update option is on and the table is on, this enrichment will run on autopilot. That means that you can set up something to run on autopilot for you. But also means that if you are just starting using Clay and you have just, let's say, add 10,000 new leads into a table that you weren't sure about the quality of the output and you had some enrichment columns in it, it will run the enrichment columns and it will waste all your credits for you. So just take that in mind. My recommendation for you is in the beginning, just turn off every new column or the table itself so you can check the results and run for 5 rows, 10 rows until you are satisfied with the results, and then run it for the whole table. Now let's save it, and you can run it here by clicking on this play button here. In this case, it will process the title and the content and will output me the type of post that we found. So in this case, we have 2 others and 4 opportunities. Let's check it out. The reasoning behind it also can be useful. The author seeks seeks honest opinion and feedback on whether to launch their internal tool publicly, indicating a request for advice rather than promotion. This can be useful. We have another one. The author seeks advice on industry ripe for GTM disruption. Show interest in collaboration and feedback. This also can be interesting. So you can set up here your own LLM prompt to check out if that precise post is useful for you or not. Okay, so right now we have the list of posts. We have already qualified the post using keywords or using an LLM. The next step would be, sorry, let's go back into the presentation here. The next step would be to find the lead data. So first of all, let's notice that we don't want to get the leads data of all the posts because let's say these two posts are not related to the use case that we want. This post is an ML offering knowledge sharing and not seeking jobs, marketing help, or promotional products. Then we have another one that reflects on emotional strategy challenges of GTM for technical founders. So these type of posts are not useful for us. So in those cases, what you can do is just enrich and find the leads for the posts that are going to be useful for us. So what I'm gonna do first, it's try to increase the amount of posts that we have here because we have just 4 opportunities. So in order to increase that, I'm gonna do a hard trick here, but you can change it in your time. I will increase the amount of posts by increasing the time to all time. So let's import and run it. And now let's look for more results. Now we have 200 results. We can have up to 250 results per search. So it's gonna hit that limit. And now you can, as you can see here, if you check on that enrichment, the cost of running that enrichment, if you run it on your own, it's less than 1 cent. Also, it's 0.1 cent. So it's really cheap. So you can run it for the whole table. Let's remove the filter of keywords so we have more leads coming out from that case, and you can run 185 that haven't run. And now let's just filter the ones that are opportunities here. So let's wait a bit until it finally reach all the posts. Just to start analyzing how you can get the user information. If you go to any Reddit post, you will notice that you will have the name of the user here, but you won't have any email of that user there. What you will have is, in some cases, there are certain users that are looking for a solution that will gonna drop the email or their company name or their domain, and you can use that data to, I mean, find more information about that particular lead. Or you can go into that particular name, and in some cases you can get more posts from that user trying to find if they drop their email or any type of information here. In some cases, this username will be the same one as you can find it oh, sorry, oh, forget the name of the tool. Let me find it here. In GitHub, yeah. You can find it in GitHub, the same username. So those are the options that you can have to find more information, like doing a research, trying to find for in the post, if you have any information about the lead, email, or the company name. You can also ask the agent to find more information of that lead in researching the web, or you can find more information of that lead, depending on if the username is the same as GitHub. So going back into the table, we now can filter tags to find only opportunity tags, and we'll have here 162. So if you want to find information about their user in GitHub, what you can do is add an enrichment here, GitHub, and you'll find an enrichment to find the email, find email from username or search. This is one option. It's not 100% accurate, so take that in mind, but you can map here the same username that you have in here that is author.
We're getting it in the chat that just a 5% out of their experience. So this might be not as
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's true. I mean, this is this is a really complex task. This is not something that you can find easily. That's why you can increase the coverage in Clay by adding many layers to get more data. So let's say in this case, it found the email, but as you can see here, in many cases, they didn't found the email. This is one action. The other action, like I told you, is using AI to read this post. So you can have the post here as well and find the name of the author, um, the LinkedIn URL, company name, and domain if it is available. Wait. Oh, I missed the email. Email. So there will be another action that you can do that if you have to do it manually, I mean, it can take you like, I don't know, 1 hour per day to find posts. It can take you another time to actually go and look for the information of that person in the post. It can take you more time to do a research on online research to find the GitHub user or to find any other data related to that person. So in this case, yeah, so you will be saving a lot of time by using Clay. In this case, it suggests me to use the Clay agent. I don't want to research a website right now, so uh, I don't want you to research online for more information. Just use the post um, that I give you. Because we want to use the Clay agent only when we have more information so it can be more precise. If you don't have any more information in the post, I mean, then you can use the Clay agent anyways. But if you can fill with to the Clay agent prompt more information, you will be able to increase the success rate of getting the information of those leads. So here's creating me. Now it's using AI, so it's better. And let's wait a second here until it fully create the prompt. In the meantime, I will be reading your questions. Do you have any other question, Marcos? Oh, you're already answering the questions. Right. So hit rate, but highly relevant if you can get in touch with them. Yeah, I mean, depending depending on the type of keywords that you'll be monitoring, let's say those persons are talking about your brand in particular, probably those leads will be interesting for you, or they are talking about the precise keywords that can be high intent signal for you. So this is not something that is gonna create like a huge Sorry, my internet was having some issues today. I was mentioning that in some cases, you will be able to track these high intent signals, and in other cases, it can be relevant just to track to get more business insights for you. So let's say you have an alternative solution for clay. You can monitor people that are talking about clay, what they're saying about clay, and you can create like new campaigns or new business feature for your company based on the information that you get from that. So they have many use cases that you can use for monitoring Reddit. But yeah, it's not like a way that you can create like a huge list upon this. It's like a three signal based type of campaign that you can create. And most of the outreach, you need to do it through Reddit because you won't find a lot of information about those leads outside Reddit. So going back in here, we have already set up the prompt. We need to set up the run condition. So um, let's put it to the tag is opportunity. That will be the only the run condition that I'm gonna send to find information about that lead. So here we're gonna see that if it says opportunity will run, so you can click on save, you can run it, and now you'll be
Um,
starting getting information about those those leads based on the post.
I think you're not sharing the screen right now.
I'm not. I,
Oh
I
yeah,
think so.
you are. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
But
Okay.
Adam was asking, Adam, do you see it now? It's on the other tag, probably on the other tab.
Yeah. So here you'll find that in some cases it will be able to find information. Most of the cases it won't. But here you have the URL of the domain. You have the name of the person. So now you can use the legend, find the LinkedIn URL of um, this Reddit post author, and you can select here the author. That can be that one. Um, use this information, and then you can map as well the information that we just get it from the previous enrichment. If you click here, you will insert all the data. And here you can, oh, sorry, I forget to tell you that, yeah, to make a web research, but you already select the legend, so that's okay for me. So in this case, you will starting to increase the coverage of the leads that you're gonna find. And the last action that we need to do is if we find the LinkedIn URL, we can send those leads into a sequence using enrich, using get sales, lemlist, whatever tool that you can use to sequence messages. If you find the precise email, so we have the prompt. Let's also set it up to run only if the tag is opportunity. And this, my suggested action for you is to, in the beginning, do it manually. Let's check it out, the type of have Legend Neon. Let's change it to GPT-4o so we can use our own API key. My suggested action for you is to send those leads that you can find to a Slack message to your team to manually outreach the Reddit opportunities that you find. And then after understanding how you can do it, there are certain tools that can help you to automate those tasks. But since the volume, most of the cases won't be huge, I will kind of suggest you that in 80% of the cases, maybe 90% of the cases, it will be more useful to manually average those leads. So in those cases, what you can do is create a new column here and send a Slack notification. So let's say send message to channel. You can create a Slack message. You need to integrate your Slack instance here. And then let's say it is sales signals here. You can create a message and map new opportunity. And then you can output, let's say if we have the name of that person, you can message, you can send the message, all the information that you get, even from the client here, if you have the LinkedIn URL. But also, what we need is a URL of Reddit, and let's send also
Um,
here, the post.
there are two
So
main bottlenecks on this workflow. One is the de-anonymation of the users and getting the contact data. There are some technologies that are like digging into that, like we are in chats with onfire.ai, which are specialized on that. So that's a solution we're exploring as well. And also the second bottleneck is about automating the messages or the outreach for these users. So there are some Reddit sequencing tools for automated messaging. And well, if you manage to get the contact information, then you can always reach out through LinkedIn or email or phone, ideally.
yeah, so here you can filter also the ones that you find the LinkedIn URL. You can send it to a campaign. You can enrich further, and there are many actions that you can do. But the important is that when you set up this workflow and you're satisfied with the result, you can rerun the columns on schedule. So you can rerun sorry, you can rerun the column to find more posts. I think it's right here. Here, you can rerun and schedule this column, so you can check once per day or once per week for new posts that are going to be related to your topics. So that's a great way to start monitoring it and to reach out through Reddit to those leads. If you have other workflows or other processes, happy to hear you as well how you are solving these issues. Oh, sorry, I'm about to share you last thing. If you have questions, just drop it in the chat. Just to mention you a quick recap. When you are doing this type of workflows, you will be able to save a lot of time and you will be able to cover more leads, so you don't have to do it manually, and also be more consistent and start deploying this type of workflow. If you're doing for your own company, probably you will be interested in increasing the sales. But if you're working for the company, you will be positioned yourself as an automated leader. So that's kind of the main thing that we want to promote here as well. There is a new job position that's called the GTM engineer that is able to deploy this type of workflows. So there are two paths: doing this manually or not doing it at all, and then automate these processes and set it up, and then just like we did it in 1 hour, just receiving the alerts and outreach leads depending on these alerts. So if you need any help from our side, just reach out to us. We can book a strategy call and help you understand where you are located right now in terms of strategy and how you can improve it. Now let's cover questions. We have 5-10 minutes, I'd say. Mark, can
Yeah,
you?
the
Yeah.
main the main, the main question is from Brian around the match rate with these techniques for getting off Reddit contact info. We don't really have the match rate percentage right now. and it will always depend on average on every search. Um, so I don't know
Yeah,
if it's above.
but it will be low. I mean, it's not like 100%. For Marcos was mentioning about this tool that's called on fire, and it can have help you increase that coverage. But none tool is able to increase the coverage to 100%. It's really difficult to do that. So that's why we suggested to outreach through Reddit as well. But if you find the email, if you find the contact data, do it through other sources. I mean, that's what we're keen into.
Mhm. All right. Yeah, I think we ran out of questions. We'll send you a feedback request by email so you can help us improve these sessions, and also the recordings, the template. I guess, David, are we going to share the template
For
of the
sure.
exercise? I
Yeah.
hope to see you next week. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Happy to help you out.
All
Have a great
right.
day.
It was a pleasure to have you here. See you next week. And next week we're going to talk about another really interesting topic. Um, if you haven't had the chance to subscribe to our newsletter or to be part to our Slack community, we share with our community a lot of our insights and experiments that we do. And if you need our help to understand how you can improve your own processes, let us know. We're happy to help you.
Here's the
Oh,
link
well,
to join the community.
these are my headphones, Anthony.
What model
All
are
right.
they?
I think they are called Live 660 NC. But I'm also using my Mac in here, so probably that's why
The sound is
the
good.
audio sound is good. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Hope to see you next week. Have a great day.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.